Okay, so I'm just gonna read what I wrote for chapter 1. This is not all of chapter 1, mostly because chapter 1 is pretty long and I get tired reading fast. But yeah, I'm gonna read everything in the same tone, even if it's something that has to be said loud. I'm still gonna say it in my normal voice. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna start reading now, and if there's awkward pauses in between, it's because I'm drinking water. My throat already feels dry. Okay, I'm starting now. Okay. Um, Inpoisoned Angel Delusion by Starling Star. I remember like it was yesterday, the day they ripped my soul from heaven's bleeding chest. A so-called lecture, a mockery of choice carved in golden lies, a crucifixion disguised as a ceremony. There is always favoritism, always whispers. The leader forgots with hands slick in infant blood, drawing poison verdict, to every whispered verdict and open cut. Today they decided which angels to throw away like a piece of trash. Which of us was a curse? Which of us was infection? Me. There's always something wrong with me. There's always something wrong with me. Too quiet, too strange, too soft, too blocking, too much like him, too much like Lucifer. I was too young to fight, too desperate to understand, but they decided. And I remember, that was the day they stripped me raw, gory, crucif, convulsing. Convulsing. Flesh peeled from bones, soul carved open like a rotting pomegranate. Seeds spilling in starlight, pulsing, screaming. They left me twitching in the dirt like a stillborn lamb, eyes wide, lungs filled with cosmic ash. The day they burned me mistake, a cracked halo leaking shadows, a sin tattooed across heaven's trembling gates. I didn't understand then, but memories at mercy, the skirt never stops echoing, its barbed wire dreaded through my ribs, twisting deeper, cutting deeper, every single year. It festers, it bleeds, it breathes inside me. The guards came, monsters shaped like men, machines forged from light and silence, eyes like black holes, mirrors showing me the void I'd become. Their armor gleamed like sunlit steel, dripped in acid. Their silence crushed the air like a vacuum, swallowing hope before it took its first breath. They didn't speak, cruelty doesn't need language. They tore me from Papa Uriel's arms. Their fingers didn't grab, they burrowed deep into marrow and memory, yanking out last scraps of safety I had. Papa screamed, oh God, he screamed. A scream so violent and cracked galaxies in half. Hoshigo. The void trembled. Appa Uriel held him down like a gravestone, eyes dead and hungry, no empathy, no light, only cold, maybe even satisfaction. I looked back. I shouldn't have. The image is etched behind my eyes like a curse. A council of members, a god grinning like a hyena, lips stretched too wide. Astola, sweet, sweet Astola. Her face shattered, but she didn't speak. She didn't scream. She let them do it. I could feel everyone's eyes drilling into me, their stares sharp enough to peel my skin back layer by layer, ripping my head apart piece by piece, angry, judgmental, hungry, whispers, cheers, cries, screaming, laughing, praying, dying. Their voices blurred together, a suffocating roar, ringing in my ears, swallowing me whole. Sharp, shrill, suffocating, my chest tightened too tight, my lungs shriveled into fists. No air, no air, no air. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, frozen, trapped like I was a puppet on strings, locked in a cage for their amusement. The walls were closing in, or maybe it was my own ribs caving, collapsing inward, crushing everything inside me, crushing, convulsing every single bone in my pathetic body. My heartbeat screamed inside my skull loud, louder, until all I could hear was the beating of my heart waiting to drop, drowning out everything but its hair crawling up my throat. My nails scratched at at the skin of my arms, my hands, my wrists, peeling back layers and layers. They were all watching me, waiting for me to break, and I was already breaking. I was already broken. I felt like I was suffocating, slowly drowning even though I was above water. I could feel their beating eyes drilling into my head. A million different dots swirled in my head at this moment. I'm disgusting, they all hate me, why can't I just appear, ruin everything, I shouldn't be alive, pathetic, baby, I deserve this, freak monster, burn all words I've heard before, why do I always mess everything up, just staring because I'm wrong for existing, I'm nothing but jokes to them, stop shaking yourself, crying, embarrassing yourself, idiot, I deserve to be humiliated, I can't stand being in the skin, why did I think I could survive this, I never even had a chance, they're right about me, I'm weak, I'm broken, everything would be better if I was just stopped existing, I'm not even human. I'm something to be laughed at, never be good enough. Don't never love me. No one will. I want to crawl my way out of myself. I can't breathe. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Stop crying. Stop shaking. Stop existing wrong. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate myself. Just like they all do. I can't do anything right. You're so weak, so weak, so pathetic, so disgusting, so degrading, so look at, so degrading to be around. It just pushed me off already. Then came the fall. Clouds tore me apart like rusted razors. Wind shredded my skin like tissue. My blood painted heaven with horror. Stars hissed and spat acid into my open wounds. Feathers ignited, wings burned alive. Screams crawled up my throat, tore through vocal cords like barbed wire. My halo was unfolded, it ripped my skull, cut off mid-scream like a decapitation of everything I was. And when I hit earth, it wasn't rebirth, it was annihilation. Bones cracked, shattered, spine curled like a maggot, squashed under God's blast of molten iron. It splattered nerve endings. I tasted rot. I tasted my own light dying as I fell into a flower field in the middle of the woods. The dirt opened its arms, not to cradle but to consume, and it drank deep. I was less than shadow, less than sin. A cautionary tale whispered to baby angels, scared them into obedience. A corpse heaven's own. They made it seem like angels were randomly picked, but everyone knows if you're picked, it was already sealed in their fate. Already in your veins from the day you were born, the day you opened your eyes, the day you made a single mistake. Every bone, every fiber in my body, every fiber in my existence shattered in that moment as animals gathered around and started to eat me alive, tearing off limbs as bugs and insects picked at my flesh, flies around my body. They might as well be called a corpse. That might as well be called a corpse. At this moment, I was no more to a corpse to them, to the animals, to the heaven, to. At this moment, I was no more than a corpse to the animals, to heaven, to everyone, to anyone. Fuck, I reread that again. At this moment, I was no more than a corpse to the animals, to heaven, to anyone, to everyone. Memories flashed before my eyes. That's it. That's the end. No, that's not the end of chapter 1, but that's all I'm reading. And, yeah, I made a lot of mistakes towards the end. Not in writing, but reading. Yeah, so I have to keep rereading stuff. Sorry, I have to keep rereading stuff. And, yeah, I'm probably gonna change the ending a bit more. I want to add vultures, since vultures are birds, so I need people to die before consuming them and eating them alive. So I think I am gonna add vultures in here. Or some sort of metaphor for them. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm reading. Goodbye, and yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the chapters and stuff like that. Bye.